Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Fellow delegates, as most of you know, effective policing is not just about the number of Gardaí on the beat, although that's a very important function and role. Effective policing is also about smart policing. It's about using the tactics of the 21st century, which would enable the penetration of criminal gangs in order to bring down these highly organised gangs of ruthless individuals who are highly motivated. No one should be in any doubt about the scale of the threat that's posed by organised crime, which operates clearly across frontiers and whose impact can now be felt in even the smallest and most remote of Irish villages. And imagine on our city streets last year, we had a shocking 26 gun murders. That's equal to one every fortnight. Nor should there be any doubt about the investment that's required from the state in the provision of the time, the personnel and the equipment to tackle these gangs. To just give one example, if a decision is taken to grant a person entry into the Garda Witness Protection Programme, it involves a financial commitment of approximately €2 million. Clearly, decisions like this can't be taken lightly, and we need to know that our investment, if committed, is being rewarded. It is now 3.5 years since the Garda Witness Protection Programme received a significant setback when it was strongly criticised by the Court of Criminal Appeal in the famous John Gilligan case. At that time, the Court proposed that the programme be put on a proper statutory footing. Labour agrees, and Labour will bring in the legislation to protect and improve the Witness Protection Programme. That programme is essential for the safety of the individuals who have engaged in organised crime, but who are now prepared to give evidence against their former partners in crime. And it is essential because the capacity of the Garda Síochána to combat organised crime is increasingly dependent upon the cooperation of those former gang members and their willingness to give evidence for the prosecution. And it is not just the former accomplices who need witness protection. Organised crime thrive in a climate of fear. I know in my own constituency where they have coerced their innocent victims into silence, into the withdrawal of charges and the refusal to cooperate with the Gardaí. It is this climate of fear and coercion that is the greatest stumbling block in tackling organised crime. So the Gardaí, they need the resources to assure innocent people under threat that their complaints will be dealt with thoroughly and in safety. A working witness protection programme is now an essential part of the Garda response to the changing nature of crime, organised crime, gang warfare, drug trafficking and significant funds entering the criminal world through drug dealing and other criminal activities. But if the programme is to operate successfully, it must be reliable and effective, and it must withstand charges that the evidence has been bought, that the prosecution witnesses are tainted, or as we now know what happened in Northern Ireland, that prosecution informants have operated with impunity and committed far more crimes than their evidence may have prevented. Delegates, this is a key element in the Labour Party policy to bring in proper legislation to put it on a statutory footing. It is therefore vital that we place this programme on a proper statutory footing, just as the Court of Criminal Appeals proposed. The most effective way to ensure that major offenders in the world of organised crime are put behind bars for a long time is to put this scheme on a statutory basis under proper and independent oversight so as to safeguard it against any claims of abuse or miscarriages of justice. Such a footing can only enhance the programme and improve the reliability of what is now an important part of the community's armoury in the battle against organised crime. Thank you very much.
Councillor Eric Byrne of Dublin South Central there on the threat to everyone from criminal gangs and on the need for real protection for the witnesses to crimes.
The next slide.